Thomas and Friends, making tracks to great destinations. Dear Christopher, here is your friend, Thomas the Tank Engine. He wanted to come out of his station yard and see the world. These stories tell you how he did it. I hope you will like them, because you helped me to make them. Your loving Daddy. Today on the island of Sodor, Percy has to deal with some naughty gnomes. Next, Duck plays a trick on Thomas that works a bit too well. But first, it's Halloween on Sodor. The engines on the island of Sodor look for the Halloween. They love Sir Topham Hatt's fireworks and the children dressing up as wizards and witches. They also loved Edward's spooky stories. They say that on Halloween, the ghost engine returns to the smelter's yard, looking for his lost whistle. Woo! Woo! Ooh! Ah! Spooky! The engine said, all shivering a little. Later, Sir Topham Hatt arrived. Thomas, Percy, and Duck, I have a special job for you, he said. You are to collect some scrap from the smelter's yard tonight. On Halloween? Don't worry, you'll be back in time for the fireworks. Percy isn't worried about missing the fireworks, teased Thomas. He's a scaredy engine. I am not, called Percy. But he was, a little. At the smelter's yard, all Percy could think about was Edward's ghost engine. Thomas knew Percy was scared, so he teased him even more. What's that up there? Thomas squeaked. Is it a spook? It's just a piece of twisted scrap, Percy said nervously. Isn't it? Thomas was having fun. He kept on teasing Percy. Careful the ghost engine doesn't get you, Thomas said. There is no such thing as a ghost, snapped Percy. Duck felt sorry for Percy. Nobody's brave all the time, said Duck. But I'm not a scaredy engine, Percy insisted. The job was nearly complete. Well done, the yard manager said. Now I'll need one engine to finish up. Duck wanted to pay Thomas back for all his teasing. Please, sir, he said. I'm sure Thomas wouldn't mind staying. Of course not, Thomas boasted. I'm not a scaredy engine. So Duck and Percy left. When Thomas was all by himself, every sound and every shadow was spooky. He was beginning to feel very scared. There's no such thing as ghosts, he said nervously. Who's there? Thomas was so busy looking for ghosts, he didn't watch where he was going. The chains felt like ghost fingers. Something's got me! Thomas wheeshed and set off an old steam whistle. The ghost whistle, said Thomas, and he raced off as fast as his wheels could carry him. The ghost engine is after me! It was naughty of Thomas to tease you, Percy, said Duck. He was only playing, said Percy. I do hope he hurries up, though. I wouldn't want him to be late for the fireworks. He's after me! Well, I don't think he'll be late, said Duck. Duck and Percy joined the other engines for the fireworks. Where's Thomas? Percy asked. He'll miss out on all the fun. It would serve him right after all his teasing, Duck said. but Percy was worried. He went to go look for his friend. He found Thomas all alone in the shed. "Are you all right, Thomas?" he said. "Yes. I'm sorry I teased you, Percy," Thomas said. "Duck was right. We all feel scared sometimes." "And we all have to say sorry sometimes," said his friend. "So, come on, Thomas. We can watch the fireworks just as well from here." And he was right. "What's that moving in the corner? What's that shadow on the wall?" "Don't be afraid and don't be scared. It really is nothing at all." "But I saw something in the corner." "I saw that shadow on the wall." "It's just your imagination. Look, it's just the wise old owl." "Boo, boo, choo choo. Don't be afraid of the dark. It's easily explained. You see why things go bump in the night." "Boo, boo, choo choo. Don't wander from your track. And don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid of the dark." The little engine wondered. He thought and thought all night. Really nothing's changed, it's just the same, just daylight turned to night. But something moved in the corner. A shadow crossed the wall. He closed his eyes, counted 10, and remembered the wise old owl. "Boo, boo, choo choo. Don't be afraid of the dark. When the lights go out and you have your doubts, why things go bump in the night. Boo, 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 choo choo. Don't wander from your mark. And don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid of the dark." So don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid of the dark. Boo, boo, choo choo. Don't be afraid of the dark. It's easily explained, you see why things go bump in the night. Boo, boo, choo choo. Don't wander from your track. And don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid of the dark. What's that moving in the corner? What's that shadow on the wall? Don't be afraid and don't be scared. It really is nothing at all. But I saw something in the corner. A shadow crossed the wall. It's just your imagination. Look, it's just the wise old owl. Boo, boo, choo choo. Don't be afraid of the dark. It's easily explained. You see why things go bump in the night. Boo, boo, choo choo. Don't wander from your track. And don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid of the dark. No, don't be afraid, don't be afraid, don't be afraid of the dark. Percy hoped he wouldn't see anything else disappear. He slipped into the sidings and buffered up to the cars. Spooky, stammered Percy. Suddenly, another building at the old mine sank into the ground. What was that? Shouted his driver. Double bouncing buffers! Shrieked Percy. He was so scared, he lurched forward and rammed into the car. Naughty gnomes! Cried Percy. He steamed away faster than before, all the way back to Lower Tidmouth Station. Percy's driver told Sir Topham Hatt what they had seen. It's the naughty gnomes! Cried Percy. They like to cause trouble. It's legendary. Nonsense, said Sir Topham Hatt. The old buildings are collapsing into empty mine shafts, that's all. But I saw the gnomes, protested Percy. Of course you did, said Sir Topham Hatt. Garden gnomes. What? Oh, they're to decorate Lower Tidmouth Station, Percy. They're not scary. Garden gnomes bring good luck. And he ordered Percy to return immediately and get them. Percy was scared, but he knew he had to be responsible. So he carried on. I'm not scared. I'm not scared. He waited for something else spooky to happen, but it didn't. And Sir Topham Hatt was right. The garden gnomes weren't scary at all. His driver and fireman had collected the gnomes, and Percy took them straight back to Lower Tidmouth Station. Later that week, the station master thanked Percy. We wouldn't have won our competition without your garden gnomes, Percy. Percy was proud. You were right, sir. Naughty gnomes can be lucky after all.